Can you make money selling nuts? Well, I'm going to give you the top 15 frequently asked questions nut business entrepreneurs always ask, and we're going to dive into those 15 right now. All right, guys, so welcome back to Marketing Food Online. We are actually going to cover 15 questions that we've kind of deciphered through all of the questions that we get here on Marketing Food Online. And we put 15 of the most asked questions that you may need to know the answer to if you're looking to create a nut business, whether you're going to import nuts or you're going to sell nuts online or you're going to sell nuts through your own retail store. These 15 questions are definitely something you want to think about. So definitely hit the subscribe button. We actually have dozens of videos here on Marketing Food Online about nut business and how to launch one. So let's dive right into it. So number one, is selling nuts a good business? Yes, selling nuts can be a good business, especially as consumer demand for healthy snack options and plant-based protein sources continue to rise in 2023. Nuts are actually very nutrient dense and have many health benefits, making them popular among health-conscious consumers. So number two, can you make money from selling nuts? Absolutely. Yes. Depending on the sourcing, branding, and your distribution channels, there can be a significant profit margin in the nut industry. The third question is how to sell nuts online. That's actually a great question. We did a video about that here on Marketing Food Online. So basically to sell nuts online, you need to, number one, choose an e-commerce platform like Shopify, WooCommerce, or GoDaddy, Etsy, eBay, or Amazon. Next up, you want to design an attractive website and high-quality images and product descriptions. Now, of course, I'd highly recommend you sell on other platforms and accompany that with your own website. That's a great idea. You want to offer a secure payment gateway. You want to invest in online marketing, including social media advertising and search engine optimization for your online nut business. And also manage inventory and fulfill orders promptly. Now, managing inventory is a bit tricky, and it is a challenge no matter what you're selling. But nuts can be definitely something that can be a challenge as well. If you're sourcing them out from other countries, that is a big, big challenge. Trust me, I've actually tried it. Ensure proper packaging to maintain nut freshness during shipment. And of course, ship it fast and expedited. Okay, next up. The fourth question we had from one of our subscribers was what nuts make the most money? Now, the most is actually macadamia nuts and pine nuts. They often fetch a higher price, making them among the most lucrative and the most profitable. However, profitability can also depend on the factors like production cost and regional demand. So also where you source it from. If you're getting it from a source, I highly recommend you go with about 2 to 3 suppliers for your nut business. Definitely want to keep that in mind. Number 5, most asked question. So which nut is worth more money? So as we mentioned, macadamia nuts. They're actually considered one of the most valuable nuts due to the higher price point in the labor-intensive harvesting process. So the cost on them actually, before you begin to resell them, as a matter of fact, the costs are a little bit more and a little higher, but you can demand a higher price point. Number 6, are nuts in demand? Yes, they have always been and never will go out of style. Nuts are a steady demand due to their health benefits, culinary uses, and even just as snacking. The global trend actually toward healthier eating habits has further boosted this demand for nuts and a variety of seeds too. So yes, definitely nuts are very much in demand. Number 7, how do you package nuts for sale, Damien? So nuts should be packaged in an airtight canister or some type of vacuum sealed bag. Resealable pouches are really good because it actually maintains the freshness. Plastic containers with airtight, tight sealing lids are common as well. Packaging should also provide product information, of course, nutritional facts as per the FDA, and then also expiration dates or best by dates and branding. Number 8 question. Who is the biggest importer of nuts? Well, that's kind of an interesting question, as a matter of fact. So as my last check, I just checked recently, the EU, the European Union, was the world's largest importer of tree nuts, followed closely by the United States. But Europe actually consumes a considerable amount, variety of seeds and nuts as well. So you might want to look at that as well for your e-commerce business. Number 9, how big is the nut market? Okay, so the global nut market is substantial. It's actually valued at nearly the hundreds of billions of dollars annually, with projections continue to growth-based and rising demand for healthy foods and snacks. Over the next decade at least, it will continue to even get bigger. Number 10, who are nuts competitors? So if you're starting a nut business, in the context of snacks, competitors would include other snacks like chips or pretzels, popcorn even. some dried fruits as well. Those normally coincide with people who eat seeds and nuts. So you definitely want to check that out. From a nutritional standpoint, seeds like sunflower and pumpkin seeds can also be great competitors. They're not necessarily nuts, but the seed business and the seed industry also is very big. Number 11, is selling walnuts profitable? Yes. Actually, selling walnuts can be extremely profitable due to, especially, one has direct access to a walnut orchard, or if you have a source that has very low cost, because the health benefits in walnuts far surpass many of the other nuts, actually, which is very interesting. The culinary uses for walnuts also has a steady demand and climbing as well. Number 12, what is the unhealthiest nut? Okay, well, while all nuts actually have some form of health benefits, macadamias and pecans actually have higher fat content. Now, however, it is worth noting, of course, the majority of these fats are heart-healthy monosaturated fats, but those two in particular are probably the worst of the best, I guess I would say. So those two call for a big demand because the fats in them are high, but they're good ones. Number 13, what is the hardest nut to burst or bust? Actually, that is a great question. That was something I had to dig into and find out. The macadamia nut actually is often considered the hardest nut to crack. That's due to its really tough shell on the outside. That increases the cost of macadamia nuts, by the way, because of the labor-intensive production. Number 14, what is the king of all nuts? Well, I guess this is kind of really opinionated, but the walnut is sometimes referred to as the king of all nuts because it has a really comprehensive health benefit to eating it and a versatile culinary use. So it's used in a lot of cooking dishes, which makes it also very expensive and in high demand. Lastly, I had a great question from one of our subscribers. So what is America's favorite nut? Well, almonds have been very popular in the U.S., followed closely by peanuts, believe it or not. Technically, peanuts are a legume, so that's not really a tree nut. But the most popular is actually almonds, also because of the fact it's used in a lot of candy. There's a lot of chocolate bars and chocolate snacks and things of that sort, too, that incorporate the use of almonds. So those are the top 15 questions that you may come across if you're looking to create a nut business, whether it be online or in a retail storefront. So keep them coming. If you have more questions about starting a nut business, let us know, and I'll see you on our next video.